Thank you for joining the Time Is Always Now podcast. My name is Terence Young. I am your host for the podcast. This is a podcast that's dedicated to helping people get past their excuses, helping people get past saying, I'm going to do this someday or one day, and saying, I'm going to do this right now. I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm not going to hold off. I'm not going to wait for the circumstances to all be right. I'm going to move forward now to change my life for the better. That is what this podcast is all about. It's about helping people harness the power in the eternal moment of now. So thank you for joining me. If you'd like to donate to the cause, by all means, you can always donate by going to my website. It is terenceyoungnow.com, and you can donate there. I'll also put a link when I post it on Facebook as well if you'd like to donate. That just allows me, or helps me, continue to do what I do, continue to offer these messages and put them out into the universe. I always encourage you, share these messages as much as you can. Share them with your family, with your friends. Put them out on social media. Everyone needs to hear this. These are universal messages of love, support, of encouragement, of inspiration that everyone needs. I believe people need this every single day of their lives, every single moment of now. That's my mission, that's my goal, that's what I live for, is to inspire and encourage and motivate other people and to help them find their passion. Because when you find your passion, you find your purpose and you know what God put you here to do, and then you are on fire and moving forward in your life. And I believe the world needs more people who have found their passion, who are on fire for what they love to do. I love that. I love that. So it's my mission, it's my goal, it's my inspiration. What I live for every day is to help people find their passion and move forward. So thank you for joining me. Speaking of that, I do have the course that I created on finding your passion. There's 3 tips to finding your passion and living it right now. As I always say, it's not just about looking for it or searching for it and say I found it. No, you got to start doing something. You got to start taking action. So I go into detail on that. If you know anyone that's interested in that course, by all means, shoot over to my website, terenceyoungnow.com. You can get the information there. I also created a course on speaking, on becoming an engaging speaker and creating an engaging speech. So if you are interested in speaking more or interested in becoming a speaker, definitely check out that class. You can go to my website, terenceyoungnow.com, and check it out there. And the other class I have is on our 12 spiritual powers. Charles Fillmore created this 12 spiritual powers that we have and how we utilize them. So I created a course on how we can utilize each one of them and how we can, tangible ways we can use them in our lives each and every day. Again, just go to my website, terenceyoungnow.com. That's where all that information is. And yeah, you'll love it. You'll love it. And tell your friends about it too. Anyone who you think is interested in that, let them know. Big news coming up. I haven't announced this yet on social media. So you guys I announced it on my newsletter, but not anywhere else yet. So if you haven't heard it yet, I'm giving it to you now, and then it'll be up on social media by tomorrow, either today or later tomorrow, Saturday that is. So I'm going to be doing a holiday concert, so I'm excited about this. Christmas is my favorite time of year, so I'm excited about doing it. I'm going to be doing a lot of my favorite songs and just great songs that I love about Christmas, and even some of my original stuff that I did on a Christmas CD that I created about 3 or 4 years ago. So it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't nailed down the date yet, but it's going to be, I believe, a Tuesday or a Thursday evening, early first or second week of December. So when I post it, I'm going to have that date. So I'm in the process of figuring out that date right now. So I look forward to that real soon. But yeah, I want you guys to tune in. It's going to be on Facebook Live. So check it out. There's no fee for being on it. I'll put my link up there if you want to donate. That's great. But I want you to tell people about it as you hear about it when I post it, and we're gonna have a good time. I've got a lot of great music set up and great ways to interpret these classic Christmas, classic holiday songs. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So I hope you will be there with us. Now this week, the topic I've been talking about all week is leading with love, and how love's the only way for us to move forward. And as I think about these topics, as I'm going through them, I keep relating back to our country, because we're going through so much right now in the United States with the election and everything. So I am going to share some ideas with you today on love and how the power of love can bring us through, well, anything, right? First of all, it can bring us through anything. So it certainly can bring our country through this, and it can bring you through anything you're going in your life. You know, I did my Friday morning meditation today, and I focused on the words, or the phrase, I should say, "This too shall pass." And I think that is a great phrase to think about when we're going through what we're going through today. When you're going through those tough times in your life, you know, this too shall pass. Everything that happens in your life, it's going to pass. And you're going to continue to move forward. You already have, and you continue to do it. So remember that when you think that there's no other way, and this is never going to work. How many times have you said that before? This is never going to work, there's no other way, and somehow, through the grace of God, you get through it. I know you got through it because you wouldn't be here if you didn't get through it. So, it's powerful, it's powerful. And the power of love can lead us through there. I wrote a song called "Love's the Only Way" on my first CD, original CD, 3-4 years ago now, and it's powerful because I believe it's so true that if we lead with love, anything is possible. Any conversation, any situation that we're in, if we lead with love, that helps us to get to a place of understanding. So I shared some quotes this week. I'm going to share this one. The first one is one of my favorite artists, Bob Marley. "Love the life you live the life you love." Right? Love the life you live and live the life you love. I love this because it's really talking about don't live in fear. Don't live in fear. But whatever it is you want to do, you've got to go out and do it. You've got to go out and not be afraid, I love this, of success. One of my friends posted a question today. They said, are you afraid of success? And I think it's a great question because most people probably look at that and they would say, that's a dumb question. Why would you ask that? But the truth is, probably 90%, if not 95% of the people in this world are afraid of success. Now, what do I mean when I say that? What I mean is there are things that you could be doing right now to help you be successful, but you're afraid that if you do those things, what if they work? What if I create that podcast and all of a sudden I've got 1,000 followers? Well, then you've got to be that person that you said you're going to be. This happens all the time. So what do people do? They don't create the podcast. They don't do it. What if I build that business and it works? And now I've got to hire employees because I've got more things to take care of. Yeah. So they don't start the business. They're afraid of what happens because of success. Because when you become successful, you've got more responsibilities. Yeah. Love the life you live. Live the life you love. Now, I love the first part, love the life you live. That means be grateful. I love that. We're going right into Thanksgiving. Be grateful for what we already have. This is important too. Love the life you live. The life you're living right now, you are exactly where you're supposed to be at this time, in this moment of time and space. There's no other place you're supposed to be. And all of the decisions and things that you've done in the past have brought you right to this place. Now, if you don't like the place you're in, that's okay. Make the recognition that you are the author of this story. You've put yourself here, and well, you can do things to bring you out of it because you did the things to bring you here, wherever you are right here, right now. But be appreciative of what you already have. I love the fact we always, especially around this time of year, around Thanksgiving, around Christmas, we talk about there are people who are wishing for the circumstances that you have right now, and you may say you're not happy with them. But there are people in other parts of the world that are wishing for this. And there's a quote that said, you got a roof over your head and food in your house, you're wealthier than 75% of the people on this earth. We are so fortunate, especially here in the United States. What we call poverty isn't even close to what poverty is in other parts of the world. I love that quote from Bob Marley. Love the life you live the life you love. Love what you have, appreciate what you already have, and then live the life you love. Live life, don't just exist. That's not enough. Love it. And that means love being a verb, an action word. Go out and love it. Go out and do it. Go out and challenge life and create the opportunities that you want to create. And you do that in each and every moment of now. You don't do it tomorrow. Nope, tomorrow doesn't come. You don't do it next week. You don't do it next month. You don't do it after Christmas. You don't do it when the new year starts. None of those days exist. What does exist is the eternal moment of now. That's where you do it. Starting with love. The second one here, another quote that I used this week was, you always gain by giving love. I think that's important. And that goes back to relationships. And it doesn't matter what kind of relationship. It could be your relationship at work. It could be your physical relationship and emotional relationship at home. Right? It could be your relationship with your children. No matter what, you always gain by giving love. It could be the relationship that we have in this country with our political parties, right? If we started with love and understanding first, it would change the way we see things. It would change the way we see the person that we're disagreeing with. Right? They're not our enemy. It's that great book that I've talked about before and teach about, The Eye of the Storm. One of the main points of that is no one is against you. No one. When you look at things the right way. They may see things different than you. It may appear that they're against you, but they're not against you. They're not against you. When you start with this, you start and lead with love. You'll gain by leading with love. Leading with that understanding. Again, whether you're at work and you lead with love, whether you're at home and your spouse and you lead with love, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever it may be, your children, you lead with love. Your friends, when you're having those conversations, those tough conversations that we have right now, are you leading with love? Yes. We always gain. We always gain if we lead with love. And I think if we really think about that, if we really want to move our relationships forward and want them to grow, lead with love. Lead with an understanding. Lead with an eye that says, I want to come to common ground. I respect your opinion and where you're coming from. And I want to know more about you. Lead with love. We can all do that. We can all do that just a little bit better. One last quote I want to share with you guys today. And this was a good one. To fall in love with yourself is the first secret to happiness. To fall in love with yourself first. Now, this is so important because so many people think of that and they think, well, that's selfish. You know, you're being selfish because you're talking about falling in love with yourself. No, it's not. No, you have to be able to love. Before you can love someone else, you got to be able to love yourself. You've heard it before, but I want you to think about it. Like, really think about those words. If you don't love yourself, there's no way that you can be showing love to other people. Now, you may think you're doing it, but it always ends up turning around. If we show love to ourselves first, take care of ourselves first, then we can show love to other people. I was having a conversation with somebody about this, about not looking for the right person, right? You don't want to be, if you're single, you're not out looking for the right person. Be the right person, and then you'll attract that person to you. It's the law of attraction. It's the vibration that you send out. If you're out looking, trying to be the right person for somebody else and not taking care of yourself first, you're never truly going to be happy. The secret to happiness is saying, I'm good with who I am, and I'm happy with who I am. Now, if you're not happy with who you are, then work to change the things that you want to change. But only because you are not happy for your own reasons, not because of someone else's reason. This is very important, right? Not because someone else said, I don't like this about you, I don't like that about you. No. If you decide, I want to be different in this way, I want to communicate better, I want to work out more, I want to change my diet, I want to work on my finances, whatever that is, when you decide you want to do that, then start doing that. But you're doing it because you want to do it, not because someone else wants you to do it. That's so important. The secret to happiness is to fall in love with yourself. You don't need anyone else. We always hear those movies that say, oh, you complete me. No one completes you. You're already complete. Companionship is great, and yes, it's a part of life, but you're already complete. You don't need anyone else to complete you. And when you understand that, then you can move forward in life. That you have to take care of yourself first. And then when you love yourself, then you're able to show love to other people. Think about this. How can you give love when you don't have it within yourself already? Right? When you're on the plane, I love that example when they're explaining about the air mask, right? And they say it'll drop down. So before you put it on your baby, put it on yourself. Make sure you got oxygen, and then take care of the baby. It's important. That's not being selfish. What it is making sure that you're in a position where you can take care of the baby, but you got to take care of yourself first. This is the law of the universe. This is how it works. You have to love yourself first before you can love others. So if you want to experience that part of life and that way of life where you're able to express love fully to someone else, fall in love with yourself first. I truly believe that. Love's the only way. The only way we're going to have a more perfect union in this country. The only way we can build relationships, build bridges that help us move forward, love's the only way. The only way we can have great relationships with our family and our friends, despite of our differences of opinion, love's the only way. If we lead with love, it can change our world. It can change our lives. It's so important that we do this. And I know that we all can do it. It is a choice that we have each and every day, each and every moment of now. If we do, then we can unequivocally say, I own the now, and I have won. Thank you for joining me this week for the Time Is Always Now podcast. I appreciate you for being a part of this. Remember to share this video with your family, with your friends. Share this audio if you're listening to it. I want everybody to get these messages. I think it's so important that the world hears these messages because we need more optimistic, more encouraging, more expanding thoughts that can move our consciousness forward, move our country forward, move our world forward by expanding the consciousness of each and every individual, one person at a time. And we do it right now, right here, right now. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate you being a part of this community. And with that, I'm going to sign off. This is TY. Remember, the time is always now.